So all these visions were very dramatic. Her son also said this, and I'm quoting again. The first one I witnessed as a little boy in the meeting house at Roosevelt, New York. Father had given a short talk, mother had given a short talk, and as she was praying, I heard that shout. Glory! He says there's nothing like it. That musical deep shout of glory. And she fell backwards. My father put his arm around her. In a little while, her strength came to her. She stood up in an attitude as if she was seeing wonderful things in the distance. Her face illuminated, sometimes bright and joyous. She would speak with that musical voice, making short comments upon what she was seeing. And as she saw darkness in the world, there were sad expressions as she spoke of what she saw. This continued about 10 to 15 minutes. Then she caught her breath, breathed deeply several times, and then after a little season of rest, probably 10 to 15 minutes, during which time Father spoke to the people, she arose and related to the congregation what she had seen. And that's the end of the quote. Now keep in mind that this audience thing of making her visions a public show while a group of people were watching her vivid facial expressions, while she's muttering things with this musical voice, dramatically falling backwards, and then coming out of the vision and explaining to the crowd what she saw, this entire description of just how her visions took place, there are no examples anywhere in Scripture from Genesis to Revelation of anyone in the Bible having a vision that even remotely resembles how Ellen White had her visions. It's important to understand that individuals in Scripture who had visions never turned the vision into some sort of a public audience thing where everyone is watching them as they are taken over abruptly. There is one example in the Bible of an event where Scripture does describe something very similar in nature when compared to the nature of how Ellen had her visions. This takes place where someone just like Ellen sees something during a group meeting. The person in the Scripture, just like Ellen, raises her voice while they are seeing something. It takes place in 1 Samuel 28:12, where King Saul, with several of his men, consults a medium who, when she starts seeing Samuel, and she then cries out in a loud voice. This public audience vision thing, like Ellen had, really resembles how it is described in the Bible when someone consults a medium, and the medium has this display of emotions with gasps or shouts, just like Ellen.